Question. Do you think about reggae music? Do you think this music is the best music to talk to people about problems and reality of life?
That's a good question. I think reggae music has a history of being a music that carries a message. It's a song that when people hear it, they expect to hear something positive, even if it's, you know, something to make you dance or, you know, feel romantic about, you know, your spouse or something. It's positive, and I think, you know, reggae music will continue to be that way.
And my second question, what is your definition of the word unite?
People coming together, you know, the coming together of things, you know, anything that represents togetherness.
Yes.
For me, that's the definition of unite.
Okay. Toi, Christophe?
Yeah, so we are happy to have you tonight in Lyon.
Yes.
And the thing that is very interesting in Morgan Heritage is the mix between modern sounds and a real roots inspiration. And your last album is called Strictly Roots.
Yes.
And so for you, the foundation of reggae music and roots and culture is really important. And how do you see this this vibe? How do you want to spread it those days in your sound?
We want to continue to connect with new audiences every time we go out on stage, every time we create a new song and we release it, you know, like the body of work you're talking about, Strictly Roots, the latest album. We find it necessary to continue to evolve with our sound because, you know, what people listen to change every day. So if you listen to a Morgan Heritage album from 10 years ago, you can hear a difference or a progression in the sound, you know, over the last 3 or 4 albums leading up to Strictly Roots. And that's just simply because, you know, music style has changed. Other genres of music has evolved and sound different. You know, R&B of the 1960s is not R&B now. So us having R&B influence in our music, it's not gonna sound like 1965. It's gonna sound like 2015,
Sure.
right? So that's what it really is attributed to, and we just give thanks that the people receive it so well. You know, we're looking forward to perform this new album across, you know, France.
Okay. My second question is about the fact that you are a real family, brothers and sisters, and everybody can feel it on stage. Not also in space, but in harmony, in vocal harmony. So how do you live this heavy link on an artistical way and musical way? Do you feel a vibe particularly?
The vibe we feel is love.
Yeah.
You know, we live this way because of love. It all comes back to that power, that unifying, you know, spirit.
Yeah. Everyone can feel this.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about, man. Because it's real, you know.
Yeah.
It's real, and people connect to things that are real.
This is not just a backing band.
No.
This is a real family, a real sound, a real band.
Definitely.
And this is a real difference, I think.
Yeah, man. Well, we give thanks that you could identify that love amongst us. Like you couldn't figure out what it is. You want to know what it is that you're feeling. But it's just love. The same love we feel amongst ourselves on stage when we're playing the music. Our goal is to connect with our audience and share that same love.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can say there is something that you feel, that you see, but you don't know what it is, it's just love.
Yeah, true. And my third question is about the real influence that you have on France and maybe in the whole Europe since the beginning of the new millennium with this new wave of new roots. And do you realize this influence in Europe about this is the real roots reggae music, in fact, which has come since the beginning of this millennium with like by for example liberation rhythm,
Right.
and do you feel this thing that you have done to reggae music to put it once again on a real vibe? Can you feel it?
We're just following in the footsteps of the greats before us, you know. I mean, we aren't the first, and we definitely won't be the last. But we want to be remembered for our contribution to the work. So, the time when we, you know, entered onto the world stage, we weren't alone. You have people like Anthony B. That was touring Europe like us. You have Bushman that was touring Europe like us. You have people like Vegas, Mr. Vegas, that was touring Europe like us in the early 2000s, that time that you're talking about. So Jamaican music, both dancehall and reggae, was represented. But I think what happened over the last 15 years is that dancehall became really popular. And now the reason why people are coming up with these terms like new roots and all these things is that people are now getting back into roots reggae music a little bit more, and it's just balance. It's not that people aren't listening to dancehall anymore, it's just a little more balance. And I think that it's very important that we have that balance for the continuity of the music that comes out of Jamaica, and that is now embraced by several countries around the world where they produce their own you know, reggae and dancehall stars.
True. Okay, right. So
Thank you.
for me it's okay.
Right. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you
Give
very
thanks.
much.
Follow us on Twitter at Morgan Heritage.
Okay.
Facebook, Morgan Heritage.
Yes.
Instagram,
Morgan
Morgan Heritage.
Heritage.
Yeah, MorganHeritageMusic.com. Get the new album, Strictly Roots. Unu say yes, Rasta. Cool to be conscious.
Yes. Blessed.
Yes.